A lot of you guys ask me, Rahul, do you eat giant cloud cookie, chocolate chip, sugar-free maple, ice cream pizza cookie sandwich every day on a daily basis for all your meals? And the answer is no, guys. I've told you guys this before. Those are treats, those are fun foods, those are things that make dieting and staying on my diet so much more enjoyable and so much more fun. But most of the time, I want quick and easy meals. And today we're gonna get into exactly one of my favorite quick and easy meals that I have for lunch, for dinner, on a random weekday that just tastes delicious. And we're gonna be talking about the most underrated protein source that no one talks about. Everyone talks about chicken breasts all the time, but this is super underrated. So, what do you think it is? Comment down below. I'm not gonna give you 5 seconds, so let's just get right into it. It is pork tenderloin. So whatever you were thinking in that half a second that I gave you, were you correct? Did you know it was pork tenderloin? Pork tenderloin is just as lean as chicken breast. This stuff has 120 calories for 4 ounces raw, and that is when all the fat is trimmed. That is a pork tenderloin, not a pork loin, not a pork chop, not any other kind of pork, not bacon for sure, just pork tenderloin. Have you had pork tenderloin before? Did you know it was as lean as chicken? Did you not know? Now you know. So in terms of seasoning this, you have a few things that you can do. If you're super simple and you like that pork flavor, all you gotta do is salt and pepper, which is my favorite way because I like the natural flavor of pork. I think it tastes good, but some people might not like it. In that case, you don't have to eat pork. Salt and pepper is my go-to. I like to keep things super simple. Pork tenderloin, just like a good cut of steak. You don't wanna put a bunch of barbecue sauce all over it. You wanna enjoy the beef. Just like that, you want to enjoy the pork. Chicken's different because it's pretty bland, so you got to spice it up a little bit more. But if you're into more of a barbecue pork flavor, then what I recommend is still put salt and pepper, add some smoked paprika, add some onion powder, and add some garlic powder. The smoked paprika gives it that really smoky, good flavor that you want, and then the garlic powder and onion powder are just staples. And if you want something Asian inspired, teriyaki inspired, just season it with some soy sauce right now. Just put it all over before you cook it, and then also add garlic powder and onion powder. Those are my 3 favorite ways of seasoning pork tenderloin, but today I'm keeping things nice and simple. This is what I do about 60-70% of the time, and that is just salt and pepper. Go heavy on the salt because you're gonna have to season the outside of the pork, and it's kind of thick, and you want the inside to have seasoning as well, but you can't reach it because it's inside. So if you go heavier on the outside with seasoning, when you take a bite, you cut this way, and you're gonna get that seasoning. So go heavy. Freshly cracked pepper is the way to go. That crackly crust that you get with freshly cracked pepper, it just makes it. If you only have ground pepper powder, glue them together, back into peppercorn, and then use that crust. Perfect salt, cracked pepper. You gotta use that kosher salt because the grains are heavier, they're thicker, they're bigger, and just like with the pepper, just like with the salt, the bigger the grains, the more just texture it adds, and I just like it more. And you might be wondering, why is the standard bodybuilder diet just chicken and broccoli, or chicken and sweet potato, or chicken and white rice, or any combination of those? Why is it not pork tenderloin and broccoli? Why is it not? The answer to that is I'm not sure because I'm not a bodybuilder who eats 5 meals a day of chicken and rice, but I think the answer is there's less leucine in pork tenderloin than chicken breast, and so that's why muscle protein synthesis is not the same if you eat the same amount of protein from pork tenderloin as you would from chicken breast. But that is okay because pork tenderloin still has a lot of protein. It's a good source of protein. It has a lot of amino acids that are different from chicken breast, and variety is the spice of life. So eat your pork tenderloin. Use your air fryer or oven, go 400 degrees on both. I have a pound of pork tenderloin right here, so it is gonna take me 22 minutes, but if you have less, adjust accordingly. You don't need any oil spray, I'm telling you. It's gonna get that dry, crispy outside crust, and it's gonna stay juicy on the inside. Take this, toss it in your air fryer, toss it in your oven for 22 minutes. And we can't just have pork tenderloin plain. At least I can't. I can't just have a plate of meat. I need some side. My favorite is a kale salad. If you haven't seen my kale salad video, go check that out. But today we're gonna make the same kale salad with a completely different dressing. This one's gonna be a maple mustard dressing that I've been absolutely loving. Get yourself a nice big bowl to toss the salad, but we're gonna keep this super simple. Some Greek yogurt for protein, for creaminess, for deliciousness. Some sugar-free maple, because this needs absolutely no explanation. The only explanation it needs is, and that's why we're using it, because it is so good you can drink it. Some apple cider vinegar. This, I like that fruity kick from the apple cider vinegar. If you don't have this, the second best option would probably be a red wine vinegar. If you don't have that, use any vinegar you want. Use lemon juice, any acid, except for baking soda. And the last ingredient, the thing that adds mustard and maple mustard dressing, is any mustard you want. But this one is my favorite by far. This jalapeno mustard is literally my favorite thing. I put this on actually everything. 0 calories on the back. The ratios for this are 20 grams of mustard, 20 grams of apple cider vinegar. If you don't like your dressing super vinegary, you can reduce this to 10 or 15 grams. But I love that bite that the vinegar gives, so I like to use a little bit more. I also am a big fan of salt and vinegar chips, if that puts things into perspective. 30 grams of sugar-free maple, but you can go as much as 600. And a nice big dollop of Greek yogurt, around 50 grams. And then to season this up, pepper, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. Go a teaspoon of each, maybe a bit extra with the garlic powder, maybe a lot extra. And the last thing I like to add is a packet of stevia. I just think this makes it so much better because more sweetness is better. And then you want to take a whisk and really get your arm into it, get a workout, whisk this well. You want to aerate it, you want to get it thicker, you want to get it creamier, and just go crazy. And when your workout is done, give it a taste. That is freaking good, I'm telling you. This has been my favorite dressing lately. I love mustard on absolutely everything, and then that maple mustard with the creaminess from the Greek yogurt, it's a perfect harmony. So make this, put it on anything, put it on your salad, put it on your pork tenderloin, put it on yourself. I like to take this kale salad kit. What's in this? Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kale, chicory, which I don't know exactly what a chicory is, but it's in here. With dried cranberries and roasted pumpkin seeds, which I took out of here because they come in a separate packet, and I tossed that thing because that is not needed. That is a lot of extra calories. I don't want those. Dried cranberries are literally like candy. Like if you're eating it and you actually are trying to believe that it's healthy, you probably say orange juice is the same as eating an orange, or apple juice is the exact same as eating apples. It is not. And also the poppy seed dressing that came in here, gone. We don't need that because we have our maple mustard dressing. I like to add 200 grams of the salad in, which is the rest of the bag. I also like to add some shredded iceberg lettuce for more volume, and just, this stuff is good. It has no flavor, but it adds a little bit more crunch. Feta cheese. I love feta cheese. So I like to just sprinkle some of this in. And using my whisk, I just whisk the salad together. Is this the best utensil for the job? No. Would tongs be better? Yes. Do I want to clean another pair of tongs? No. Would I have to clean it because I have a dishwasher? I could just put it in the dishwasher, but am I too lazy to walk into the cabinet back there, open the drawer, pull out a pair of tongs, and then use them? Maybe. So the salad is tossed. It is looking like this. This is what happens when you use a whisk, so don't use a whisk. There's a Brussels sprout just stuck in there. Or maybe that's not a Brussels sprout, whatever that thing is. Maybe that's a chicory. A chicory sounds like an animal though, or it sounds like a Pokemon. Yum. I like salad. So after 20 minutes, I took it out and I just put it on a plate and I let it rest for another 10 minutes. That's just because when pork tenderloin is cooked, you don't want to just slice into it immediately because all the juices from the inside are just going to run out. All the juices are, excited and having a party inside the meat, and you want to just let it rest, let it calm down, let the juices absorb back into the meat, instead of the other option where you cut it when it's really hot and then all the juices just slide out, and then your pork tenderloin is not as juicy. So 10 minutes of letting it rest. You see that pepper crust? I love pork tenderloin because it is so forgiving. You can let it get it crispy on the outside And then when you cut into it, oh man, it's gonna be juicy. I like to do slices. Look at that, that's the end piece too. That's not even the middle piece, and that is so juicy. You can literally see the juices oozing out of the pork. Ew, that sounds gross. And that plate of juices, just take all your pork and toss it right back onto that plate. Let the juices just sit with the meat, mingle. My favorite, easy, quick weeknight lunch or dinner, a salad with some pork tenderloin. One last thing I like to do is put some more freshly cracked pepper right on the pork. The reason I like to put pepper now and also before cooking is pepper changes flavors as you cook it. You seasoned the pork before and then you cooked it, the pepper got heated up, and then the punch and the spiciness of the pepper just diluted down a little bit because of the heat. But then you get the freshly cracked going and the pepper is fresh, the spice is hitting, the smell is stronger, and it's just better, so do both. Remember, if you undercook it a little bit, it is completely fine. You don't have to cook pork completely well done like you do with chicken breast, because if you have chicken breast medium rare, you die, but you could do it with pork and you won't die, at least. I don't want to say that, because if you die because of pork tenderloin, I don't want to be the person that gets blamed, so don't listen to me. But I just want to show you that you don't even need a knife to cut pork tenderloin. It is that tender. Look at it. Butter right there. It is so tender, it just comes apart with a fork. It's so good. Whole plate of food, 550 calories, 100 calories for the salad, 450-ish calories for the pork tenderloin. And for the salad, they put an entire slab of Brussels sprout right into the salad. That's just more crunch. And I got this hot sauce recently, Tabasco scorpion sauce right there. If you read the ingredients, it is the spiciest, the hottest Tabasco they've ever made. The first ingredient, scorpion pepper. I haven't even heard of that pepper. I thought the hottest pepper was a Carolina Reaper or something like that, but maybe not. Maybe it's scorpion. It also has guava puree, pineapple powder. It smells insanely hot. Like, you smell this thing and you just want to run away. But that just means we got to put a drop on a piece of pork tenderloin. It's not falling, and I'm kind of scared because I don't want too much. That's only one drop. Let's go one more. That fell on my counter. And that's 2 drops. It's right there. Ooh, fruity? That's not too bad. I mean, I'm feeling the heat. It's got a spice to it, but that is tasty. This is a really good hot sauce, so you guys should try it out. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know. That heat hits you a little bit later. It's a slow burn. Jeez, I can literally feel pricking on my tongue right now. This is spicy, and I just did 2 drops. I need some sweet kale salad. Nothing like a good cup of coffee to handle the spice. Let me know what you think is the most underrated protein source down below. Is it pork tenderloin? Is it something else that I don't even know of? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. We've dipped a lot of things in coffee in this channel, but we've never dipped pork tenderloin in coffee, so let's try it out. Give it a nice coffee dip. That is pretty good. Nice little caffeinated pork in my mouth. I kind of like it.